Hi everyone, welcome to Living Linkie Style. It is finally springtime. I'm so excited. It's gorgeous out here in New England and it's time to light up your grills. Get out there, grill everything you can find. So today I'm going to show you how to do a nice easy recipe that's perfect for summertime or springtime, and we're going to spice it up with having like a nice grilled Mai Tai. So let's get started. So what I'm going to show you how to do is I'm going to do some grilled shrimp and corn salad, and I already have my corn out here. It's already been grilling at about 400. I'm using my big green egg. If you guys have regular grills, you can use it about 400. Grill up your corn. I've tossed it with some olive oil and some Old Bay spice, and that is ready to go. So I'm going to crank up my grill, and like I said, I love my big green egg because it's perfect. You can control the air here and there, and the more you open it up, the hotter this gets. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up slightly more, or actually just close it back up a little, because I want about 350 for my shrimp. So what I have, I've already bought my shrimp peeled and deveined and you know, the little skins off. That way it's ready to rock and roll. I've marinated in some oil and some Old Bay spices. You can also add some chili and garlic or some red pepper flakes if you like a little bit more spicy. But we are going to introduce a jalapeno, so you know, you don't want to be easy on the spices. But what I'm going to go ahead and do when I grill my shrimp is I'm going to go ahead and skewer it. Now you can use regular skewers. If you use wood skewers, make sure that you soak them before time. Today I'm going to use this great little gadget, and it's called a Firewire, and it's one of the Big Green Eggs gadgets. I love this thing. It's perfect because you can skewer, as you can see, you can skewer so much. So we're going to go ahead and skewer our shrimp on here, and that way we'll get that nice and going. So the other ingredients, we're going to use shrimp, we're going to use some bell pepper, some fresh tomatoes. My corn is already nice and charred. We'll get that off. And then we're going to make a red wine vinaigrette. Now you can make a citrus vinaigrette, or you can do a champagne vinaigrette. I'm going to show you how to do this the easy way. If you're outside, you're entertaining your guests, you want to make everything easy. So look how perfect this little thing is. Just get your little shrimp down there, and it's perfect. I love shrimp because they're so fast and easy to grill, and it just says summertime in New England. There we go, and you can just kind of slide that down. Now the great thing about this, if you want, because shrimp grills so quickly, you can add a few tomatoes in between if you want to char your tomatoes as well. Today I'm going to keep them nice and whole and fresh. And people, get out there, support your local farmers markets. There's so many great farmers markets out there right now. They have nice fresh produce. And, you know, there we go. Last little shrimp, and then that should be good. You can add more. Now I used the large shrimp. You can get jumbo if you want a little bit more of a hearty salad. But the large is good. It's a good little size, and it cooks fast. So then I'm going to go ahead and get this on the grill. My grill has gone back down. I'm going to close it up just slightly. It's at 400 right now. You want it at about a 350, so I'm going to close it up just a little bit to get that temperature down some. All right, now remember, if you do have a big green egg at home, remember you have to burp it. And that means lifting it up just a little bit so that the smoke can come out. That way you don't scorch off your eyelashes like I've already done several times. All right, so we're gonna get our cute little kebab. Now this Firewire is great because you can loop it through if you want, or you can just place it straight like that on the grill. And then this part right here just lets out, so you can close it so that doesn't get hot. So then when you pull it out, you can just, you know, touch it and pull it off. So we've got our shrimp, and like I said, just marinated for about 20 or 30 minutes. Seafood doesn't have to marinate long, so you can marinate it for about 20-30 minutes in some olive oil and seasonings, and it is ready to go. So with our corn, let's go ahead and get that ready to go. And they've cooled a little bit now, so we'll go ahead and get this off the cob. I love grilled corn. It's just so flavorful, so sweet. and it's perfect. Ooh, that's still hot. Now, if you don't want to mess with doing this, you can always buy corn already ready to go in a can. But if you want to get out there and grill, then, you know, just get the whole corn. It's beautiful. It's so tasty. So we'll get our corn off the cob. I remember as a kid growing up in South Africa, one of my mom's favorite stories to tell is when I lost my 2 front teeth, and you know, when you were teething, and she made corn on the cob one night, and I was so determined that I was going to eat that corn, I literally like shoved it back and like chewed it with my back teeth. That's what you call determined, to eat corn on the cob. All right, so we've got our beautiful corn. Gonna go ahead and get this in the bowl. And the great thing about this salad is you can eat it hot or cold. So if you prefer to eat it hot, go ahead and chop up all of your ingredients, make your vinaigrette, and then the moment you pull off your shrimp, your salad is ready to go. If you want it chilled, then allow all of the ingredients to come to room temperature and then toss it all together. Let me grab this, and I'm gonna set this aside for a second. And let's check in our shrimp. Oh, I wish I could send you all of the smoke signals. It's just delicious. So that's actually not that. Go ahead and twist it around. Now you want the shrimp to cook for a few minutes, maybe like 5 to 7 minutes, just until they're really nice and pink and the little skins turns from translucent to white. That's when you know it's ready to go. So let's go ahead and get the rest of our ingredients together. I've got some bell pepper. And a lot of people say, you know, Linkie, it's so hard to cut a bell pepper. What do you do? So I usually chop off the 2 end sides, and then I flip it upside down, slice down, and then with my knife, I just gently run that little core out, and it just comes right out. So it's perfect. This way, you can actually slice your corn. I mean, not your corn, I've got corn on my mind. Slice your bell pepper into perfect slices. And you can do this the night before your guest gets there. And that's ready to go. And I'm gonna slice it a couple of times this way too. Make sure they're nice. I like when I'm making a salad for all of my ingredients to kind of sort of be the same size. So I'm cutting this kind of sort of the same size as the corn. I would call that about medium dice. And we're gonna go ahead and add this. What did I do with my bowl? Here we go. Add this to the party. I mean, all of these colors just are so nice and vibrant. It just says summertime. And we're gonna get our tomatoes. And I'm just using these little grape tomatoes. They're perfect for a salad. You can keep them whole. And like I said, if you want to char your tomatoes as well, go ahead, get them on the grill, use a skewer, and it literally takes just a few minutes, maybe 3 to 4 minutes, especially with these little small ones. And I usually grill my tomatoes until the little skins just barely break. And that's when you know that they're ready to go. So our tomatoes, and then we're gonna also, just to add a slight hint of spice or fire, if you will, we're gonna add a little bit of jalapeno pepper. Now this is the part where you can eliminate this. If you don't wanna use it, then just omit it. And let's check on this before we do our jalapenos. This is looking great. I mean, look at that. That's beautiful. Oops. But see how nice and easy this firewire is? Uh-oh. And it smells delicious. So that has a few more minutes to go. So like I said, you don't have to use the jalapeno, but if you want to, if you want less heat, just make sure that you remove the seeds, which I am gonna remove. Or if you don't wanna incorporate it into your salad, you can also just add it to your vinaigrette. And remember that when you do your jalapenos, don't touch your face or use some gloves. Trust me, I've been there, done it the wrong way. You do not, it stings everything. All right, so we're gonna add just some jalapeno for some heat. And the finer you chop it, the more flavor you'll get. And we'll go ahead and add that to our salad. Perfect. Okay, so then for our vinaigrette, if you're out there and you're entertaining and you want a fast, easy way to do it, get you a seal airtight container, something that you can close, shake up, and your vinaigrette's ready to go. So we're gonna add some red wine vinegar. I'm gonna add some salt and pepper. And I'm gonna add a hint of this chili garlic flavoring, since that's the flavoring that went onto my shrimp. Some fresh ground black pepper. And maybe some basil, or a lot of basil, I like basil. And then your oil. And that's it. Close it up. Make sure that it seals, and then just shake. This is something fun you can give to the kids. You know, kids always want to help. Tell, hey, you know what? Get your little bowl out there. If it's plastic, then, I mean, look, it's already almost incorporated. So, you know, if you don't want to do it ahead of time in a blender, or if you're out there entertaining, you want to quickly throw something together, or if you're camping, this is great camping season, then take your little bowl, get all your ingredients in there, and shake it up. Something we almost forgot is a hint of brown sugar. And that's it. Now, like I said, if you want to include some jalapeno in this, you can add it while you're shaking and just strain it later. There we go, make sure it's nice and airtight, and then your vinaigrette is ready to rock and roll. So, we're gonna pull our shrimp off, and then something else I'm gonna show you how to do is a grilled pineapple Mai Tai, or a spicy little Mai Tai. And while we're pulling our shrimp off, we'll get the pineapple on the grill. And let me see, these shrimp are looking gorgeous. Yes, there we go. And I'm just gonna get that, whoops, it's trying to get away from me. Just get that on my cutting board. And then for our Mai Tais, that's simple. We're gonna get some pineapple. I'm gonna place them straight onto the grill. Some pineapple slices. And then we're gonna sprinkle it with brown sugar. Now, if you want, you can soak your pineapple in some brown sugar and rum ahead of time and then grill it up. But you know what, I'm gonna add my rum later, so it'll be okay. And you're gonna let that go. And something else I'm gonna add for just the flavor, I'm gonna add a lime, because we're gonna include that into our Mai Tai. Sprinkle it with some brown sugar, and then place it upside down on the grill. And this should go fairly quickly. Let's see. And you want your pineapples to grill nice. So now that our pineapple is on the grill, we can go ahead and get back to our salad. So we've got our shrimp. We're gonna let that cool for just a little bit. This wire is actually already cooled down. I'll move this out of the way for a second. And then we're gonna add some garlic. Now, this is one of those items that you can add either into your vinaigrette or you can add it straight into the salad. I kind of like it straight into the salad. I just think it adds a lot. And I mean, look at this. This is a huge jumbo garlic. I picked this up at the farmer's market, and it's humongous. You just need to chop up one and then you're good to go. Get the little skins removed. And so we're just gonna slice up some garlic. Set that aside. And you can keep them whole like this, or something else that you can do is you can roast your garlic as well. So we've got our garlic, and let's check on our pineapple. Burp your egg. Oh, and that's looking beautiful. And the smell is so nice and sweet. Go ahead and flip these around. And then you want to make sure that you sugar it on the opposite side as well. So we're going to add some sugar, some brown sugar. And this is something where if you have your guests coming, you can do this ahead of time, grill up your pineapple, have it sitting ready to go, and then just shake up the Mai Tais when they get there. Get my hands nice and clean. Okay, so back to our salad. So we've got our garlic. We're gonna go ahead and add that. And maybe just a little, maybe not all of that. There we go. And then our little shrimp. And this is so perfect because look, it just slides right off the skewer into the salad. This is just beautiful. And there we go. And I mean, how easy is this? So then our last little touch, we're gonna chop up some cilantro, and we'll keep some whole for garnish. There we go. And get that garlic off. I love cilantro. It's just so nice and fresh, and it's gonna counterbalance some of the heat from the jalapeno. Remember, it's all about flavor profiling and building different flavors. So if you have some spicy in there, you want to just mellow it out with a little bit of another ingredient that's gonna help that out. So some cilantro. And then comes our vinaigrette. We'll give it one little shake. We'll test it, taste test it. Perfect, it's nice and sweet, a little bit of tangy. Actually, I am gonna add just a little more black pepper, or I could just put that straight into my salad. And this is where you drizzle it all. And we're gonna give it a nice little toss. Where's my spoon? And I mean, look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. It's got the nice vibrant colors. The shrimp is perfect. The corn is nice and cooked, nice and charred, and it's absolutely beautiful and so tasty. So now that that's ready, let's work on our Mai Tais. We'll set this aside. And let's check on the pineapple. Okay. And look at that, they are perfect. Now, the best way to test this is if you grab one of the pineapples and you kind of flex it a little bit. If it's flexible, that's when you know they are nice and juicy and ready to go. So I'm gonna move this rest of the pineapple out of the way and get this pineapple in there. Pour that out. Now, I do wanna keep a few of these pineapples nice and intact for our garnish. So we'll just use that little guy. And you'll see why in a minute. Look at that, that is just absolutely beautiful. And we'll go ahead and get now when you take your limes off, be careful because they are gonna go ahead and juice out. So I'm actually, as I take them, I'm gonna squeeze them straight into my cup that we're gonna do the Mai Tais into. Set that out of the way. And this one, uh-oh. And squeeze that straight into that. And it's gonna have that nice smoky flavor. There we go. And then for our pineapple, what we were gonna do is you're gonna grab a potato masher. And you're going, Linkie, really? What are you doing now? But these pineapples should mash just and get some juices in there. So you're just gonna gently, ooh, without squirting yourself, gently start mashing out some of the juices. And you can do this one piece at a time, or you can try all of it like I'm kind of doing. But you want some of those juices out. And this is great because the rest of this, whatever's left, whatever you don't use, you can actually submerge in some vodka and have that just ready to go whenever you want the doly. So see how the juices are starting to come out a little bit more? That's what you want. You can also put this in a blender if you want a little bit more of a hearty tasting Mai Tai. This is Linkie's Mai Tai. We're just squishing it all together. So what you do now is you're gonna grab, you can either use a strainer or you can just go straight like I am gonna go at this. Let me move this out of the way. And I'm just gonna very lightly with my strainer or with my potato smasher, just kind of try to get some of those juices out there. There we go. And if you want, because some recipes for Mai Tais call for grenadine, that's why I use the lime instead. Some call for orange Saracao or however you say that, I don't even know how you pronounce it, but it's like an orange liqueur. So you can actually grill some oranges as well. That's, you know, maybe soaked in some alcohol to get that taste. But today I'm gonna do a little bit of a different twist. I'm gonna add some mango juice. And we'll get this up. Some mango juice. And then we're also gonna add some orange juice. And we may add more or less in a minute. And then comes your liquor. I'm gonna use a dark rum. And I'm gonna use a light rum. And once again, you know me by now, you can add a little or you can add a lot. And there you go. Something else that you can do if you want just a spice of something is just add a pinch of cayenne pepper. It's really gonna bring that smokiness together of the Mai Tai. So let's go ahead and stir this up. Give it a stir. So we're gonna grab our ice and get that into the glasses. And something else you could add to this if you want is instead of the orange liqueur, you can add some triple sec if you have that on hand. There we go. I'll give it a quick little taste. That is delicious, and actually it could use a little bit more of the dark rum. I don't think I taste enough dark in there. There we go, whoops. So this is ready to go, and this is where you start garnishing. So you'll pour your Mai Tais into the glass. And let me tell you, you can really taste that nice smokiness from the grill and the sweet with the brown sugar that it caramelized. It's perfect. And then we're gonna go ahead and get all the cilantro off of here, off my knife. There we go. Set this down here. And you can just slice your pineapple and make a small little incision right there. I'll move some of this out of the way. There we go. Small incision right there. That way it will sit into the glass. And if you want, you can add a few slices of lime. So you'll garnish with your lime. You've got your pineapple. I mean, this does not get any more pretty. It's so nice, so refreshing, and it spells out summertime. We'll put this one back here. There we go. So you can put it in the front or the back. I like it in the back. We'll put it in the back. There we go. And there you have it. You have your beautiful corn salad, which we can get on a plate. Grilled corn and shrimp salad. And you have your beautiful Mai Tais. And this is entertainment made easy and elevates it from ordinary to extraordinary. Guys, this is an easy recipe that will make your guests go, wow, that was a great party. I have many recipes on my website, livinglinkie.com. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter if you just want to keep up with me or see some great cooking tips. Until next time, stay hungry.